In a bold move that has sparked conversations across the fanbase, the Green Bay Packers have officially claimed wide receiver Brenden Rice off waivers from the Las Vegas Raiders. In a corresponding move, the team has decided to part ways with defensive tackle James Ester. Now, Packers fans, where are you watching from? And what do you think about this new addition to our roster? Brenden Rice, just 24 years old, and the son of the legendary Hall of Fame wide receiver Jerry Rice, brings with him a lineage of greatness. Selected in the 7th round of the 2024 draft by the Los Angeles Chargers, Rice signed a 4-year contract worth approximately $4.1 million. However, things haven't gone smoothly for him since then. After being waived by the Chargers just as the preseason concluded, Rice bounced around the league, finding himself on the practice squads of New England and Seattle before ultimately landing in Las Vegas. It's clear that Rice has faced his share of challenges, but the question remains, can he finally find his footing in Green Bay? During his brief stint with the Chargers, he was active for a mere 3 games, yet failed to make any statistical impact. This raises concerns about his readiness to step into a competitive environment like that of the Packers. However, it's essential to consider his collegiate career, where he totaled 111 receptions, 1,821 receiving yards, and 21 touchdowns over 4 seasons at Colorado and USC. Those numbers reflect a player with talent and potential, attributes that the Packers hope to harness. So, what does this mean for the Packers moving forward? First off, the decision to cut Ester suggests a strategic pivot in the team's approach. With the defensive line being a crucial element of any successful team, letting go of Ester indicates that the coaching staff might be looking to shake things up, possibly to bring in more dynamic talent or to make room for other strategic acquisitions. The addition of Rice could be a gamble that pays off if he can leverage his potential and pedigree. With the Packers in a competitive NFC North, the need for a reliable receiving core has never been more critical. The team is in a position where they must maximize every opportunity to bolster their offensive threats. Rice's speed and ability to stretch the field could potentially complement the existing talents on the roster, but it will take time to see if he can translate his collegiate success into the professional arena. Fans are undoubtedly buzzing with mixed emotions. Some are optimistic about the potential upside of Rice, while others remain apprehensive about his lack of production thus far in the league. It's a classic case of high risk, high reward. Will the Packers be able to unlock the talent that lies within Rice, or will this be another missed opportunity? As we await to see how this new chapter unfolds, the Packers have made a statement. They are willing to take calculated risks to improve their squad and remain competitive. This is a pivotal moment for Rice. He has the chance to prove himself in a storied franchise that has a history of cultivating talent and maximizing potential. Moving on, let's dive into another significant update for the Green Bay Packers as they continue to navigate this season.
The Green Bay Packers made a significant move this week, claiming Brenden Rice off waivers from the Raiders. Yes, you heard that right. Brenden Rice, the son of NFL legend Jerry Rice, has joined the Packers ranks. This is not just a footnote in the roster. It's a strategic addition that has implications for the team's depth at receiver. Rice was drafted in the 7th round of the 2024 draft by the Chargers, but saw limited action during his rookie year, playing just 3 snaps without a single target. After a tumultuous journey through practice squads, including stints with the Patriots, Seahawks, and finally the Raiders, he was released just days before the Packers swooped in. To clear space for Rice, the Packers released defensive tackle James Ester, who had largely been inactive. This roster shakeup raises questions about how Green Bay plans to utilize Rice moving forward. Analyzing Brenden Rice's college performance, he showcased solid potential at both Colorado and USC. In his final year with the Trojans, he caught 37 passes for 644 yards and 11 touchdowns. His stats reflect not just ability, but a knack for finding the end zone, something the Packers could leverage as they seek to enhance their passing game. His father, Jerry Rice, has been vocal about his son's development. He noted Brenden's physicality off the line and encouraged him to focus on elusiveness and route running to create separation. These traits are precisely what Green Bay needs as they continue to shape their receiving core. For any Packers fan, it's hard not to recall the legacy of Jerry Rice, the all-time leader in receptions and touchdowns. He's not just a former player. He's an icon whose shadow looms large over the game. Brenden himself acknowledges the pressure that comes with that last name. He remarked on the expectations that accompany being a Rice and how it drives him to work harder. "The standard is ridiculous," he said, emphasizing the weight of his father's legacy while expressing a determination to carve out his own identity. However, there's skepticism to address here. Despite his lineage, Brenden Rice was the fourth-to-last receiver selected in this draft class. The question looms: can he rise above those early setbacks and prove doubters wrong? His father, after a disappointing draft experience, had an immediate response: time to go to work. That mindset is crucial as Brenden enters a competitive environment with the Packers, who are looking for a sixth receiver to complement their existing lineup. With the departures of Romeo Dew and Donovan Wicks, the Packers find themselves in need of fresh talent. The addition of Rice could be a game-changer, especially given his size, standing at 6'2" and weighing 208 pounds. He possesses the physical attributes that can set him apart from other receivers on the roster, particularly as Green Bay looks to diversify its offensive weapons. The Packers already have speedsters like Christian Watson and dynamic players like Jayden Reed, but Rice brings a different dimension to the table. Brenden Rice has expressed admiration for bigger receivers, modeling his game after talents like Devontae Adams and Mike Evans. He aims to create separation and make those crucial jump ball plays that can shift the momentum of a game. His ability to stretch the field vertically could open up opportunities for other receivers and create mismatches against opposing defenses. As fans, we should remain cautiously optimistic about this signing. The potential is there, but it will take time and effort for Rice to adjust to the NFL's pace and physicality. The Packers have invested in him, and now it's up to him to prove his worth. With the right guidance and hard work, Brenden Rice could become a valuable asset for Green Bay, contributing not just in the present, but also for the future. As we transition to the next topic, let's keep an eye on how Rice integrates into this roster and what it means for the Packers as they strive for success this season. As we dive into the final segment of today's discussion, let's talk about a significant matchup on the Green Bay Packers 2026 schedule that has fans buzzing. Mark your calendars for Wednesday, November 25th, as the Packers are set to battle the Los Angeles Rams on Thanksgiving Eve at the iconic SoFi Stadium. Kickoff is slated for 7 p.m. Central Time, and it's a game that could redefine the late-season dynamics for both teams. Fans, where are you watching from? We want to hear your thoughts on this matchup and how you feel about the Packers' chances. This Thanksgiving Eve game offers a unique twist. While it allows our beloved Packers to enjoy the traditional Thanksgiving turkey at home, it also presents some scheduling complexities. The NFL has yet to reveal the full schedule, but we can anticipate some strategic planning around this game. One possible scenario could be a bye week leading up to the Wednesday clash, followed by a mini-bye, allowing the team to fall back into a standard schedule. A late season bye could prove invaluable, especially considering last year's mid-season break occurred in Week 5. However, as we know all too well, the league's focus often swings towards revenue generation rather than competitive fairness. So, while we hope for a favorable scheduling arrangement, we must remain realistic. The precedent set in 2024 with the Ravens and Texans playing on Christmas without a bye week hints that the NFL is adept at bending the rules for its financial interests. The last time the NFL featured a Wednesday game was in 1948. Although the Packers have a rich history with Wednesday matchups, including a thrilling victory over the Chicago Cardinals in 1938, we are entering uncharted territory here. The league has only ventured into this realm a couple of times since, with notable exceptions like the Steelers-Ravens game in 2020, pushed back due to the pandemic. The NFL's approach to scheduling seems to sway more towards accommodating marquee matchups for viewership, which raises the question, will the Packers get the scheduling breaks they need, or will they be thrust into a potential disadvantage? Looking back at last season, the Packers held their ground against the Rams in a close contest, securing a 24-19 victory that marked Jordan Love's first win of the season after recovering from the injury. Coach Matt LaFleur remains undefeated against his former mentor, Sean McVay, and there's no doubt that this matchup will be a test of strategy and skill. As for the Packers' overall schedule this year, they are set to play all their games within the United States, avoiding the international games that have become a staple for other teams. After disappointing outings in London and Brazil in prior seasons, fans can breathe a sigh of relief knowing they won't have to contend with the travel and adjustments that come with international play. Now, as we await the full schedule release, one burning question remains. Will the Packers face teams coming off international games? And could that be a strategic advantage or disadvantage as they navigate the late season stretch? As we wrap up this segment, it's clear that the road ahead for the Green Bay Packers is filled with anticipation and uncertainty. We'll be keeping a close eye on how the league handles the scheduling quirks surrounding that Thanksgiving Eve matchup. Remember to subscribe and share your thoughts about the Packers' upcoming season. Let's keep the conversation going. What are your predictions for this game and the rest of the schedule? Go Pack Go!